purpose of the press conference today is I'm Representative Sane from Lincoln County, and the purpose of this press conference is kind of update you on the progress of the puppy mill bill. As you know, we've spent a number of years on this subject. We had a great vote in last session on House Bill 930 that passed overwhelmingly, 101 to 14 out of the House. Unfortunately, got held hostage over in the Senate and never was taken up. So we have received a lot of questions, and just want to give you this update today. Despite our efforts over the last 2 years, North Carolina continues to be a magnet for some of the worst puppy mill operators. Since 2011, over 1,600 dogs have been rescued from North Carolina puppy mills. Because North Carolina currently has no state law that provides basic standards of care for dogs at puppy mills, conditions have to reach this level of animal cruelty before law enforcement can do anything for these dogs. And that's a very high threshold, as many of you know. We also want to be responsive to the people of North Carolina. Almost 9 out of 10 North Carolinians support providing mandatory standards of care for dogs at puppy mills. This seems like a no-brainer. The current commercial dog breeder bill is House Bill 159, so that's the bill for this session. It's a strong bill, but it has met some resistance, and that's no surprise. So in the spirit of compromise, we have put forward the commercial dog breeder language that passed out of the House, again, 101 to 14 in 2013. The bill that we will be putting forth provides basic standards for large commercial breeders. These baseline standards include adequate food and water, shelter, exercise, and veterinary care. This bill does not impact anyone's right to own a dog or have any number of dogs. It simply provides basic standards for commercial dog breeders who have 10 or more female dogs that they are actively breeding for the purpose of selling their offspring to the public. So this bill is written and very concisely to really spell out and be very specific of what is a puppy mill, or what is, how commercial breeders are defined, and how we're going to address the issue, our standard levels of care. So we've narrowed it down. I know last session some folks thought that it may not go far enough, and that's probably a fair criticism, but I kind of operate under the assumption that we need to at least start making progress. And so this is that attempt to make some progress where everyone's at a comfort level, where no one fears that it's infringing upon one industry or another, so that we can make something happen.
Something better than nothing, for sure.
Something would be better than nothing. Oh, sorry. Kim Janzen's here from Wake County SPCA, and would like to welcome her to the podium as well.
Thank you very much. My name is Kim Janzen, and I'm the Executive Director of the SPCA of Wake County. Thank you all for being here, and thank you Representative Sane and Representative Jordan for helping move this forward. We are really, truly grateful. The SPCA has been we've had the privilege of being on the front lines when we are able to respond to puppy mills around the state of North Carolina. And it is heartbreaking and honestly almost impossible for me to describe to you adequately the condition that these animals come to us in when we're able to remove them from these situations. Think of your own dog and picture her without access to food or water. Think of your own dog and picture her in a tiny cage filled with feces so deep it covers her feet. Picture your own dog with a coat so matted that when she tries to move, it pulls the fur out of her skin. Think of your own dog and imagine him without even the most basic of veterinary care. Imagine him missing most of his teeth because he had an infection that was never treated. Imagine him living his whole life never having ever stepped foot on any surface other than a wire cage floor. It's unimaginable, isn't it? And unfortunately, it's not an exaggeration. It's not sensationalism. We've seen this time and time again. The truth is, it is the reality right here, right now, today, for thousands of animals around the state of North Carolina. And here's the really uncomfortable truth. It is entirely preventable. Breaks my heart even to say that. So I'm here today to implore our legislators to support House Bill 159. We are not talking overregulation here. We are talking about the most basic care imaginable. Food, water, access to basic veterinary care, the ability to move, to lie down comfortably, the ability to exercise outside of a teeny tiny cage at least once a day. Basic freedoms that we all can't imagine our own animals being without. So, to our great legislators, I implore you to support this bill. Please don't let the suffering continue. Thank you.